Hello, Crispin Sanford here again on my sort of, I guess, an afternoon walk now. Yeah, really wanted to talk to you about agreement. I just got back from a lunch meeting with a lot of business owners. Really enjoyed it. Kind of got a good format that they use. You come early, you get to meet people and network with other business owners. The whole idea is, making yourself known to that group of people, and but mainly when their connections, the people they know, could use somebody who provides your products or services, then by being there regularly, by doing good work, by doing even presentations, whether it's your 30-second pitch, your 2-minute presentation, or sort of a whole 10-minute presentation, or somewhere thereabouts, people get to know you and learn about you and what you do, and can refer business to you. After those presentations, they had sort of shout outs, showing support of people who did good business or held an event or channeled traffic their way. It was a really nice group of people, very good. There was it was a lot of respectful, good, decent people doing really good presentations and being very helpful. There were some people who seemed to be trying to milk the opportunity, and it's kind of a bit sad, really, because they're not doing themselves any favors by taking every opportunity to try and kind of pitch or try and kind of sell a little bit, or not doing a very good job of building relationships, sort of being a bit of a turn-off. But there was very little of that. But what I wanted to talk about on this matter was the point of agreement, right? Now, early on in the sales process, right, in the beginning, when you're just trying to see if somebody's interested in what you have to offer, it's very quick to find out if someone has any interest, right? I mean, some of your friends and some of your family members aren't interested in what you have to say about KBB or your knowledge business, and it's pretty clear, right? So don't try and interest them. Don't try to talk to them about it. It's frustrating, but it's just a fact, right? Sometimes I want my 6-year-old daughter to do certain things, and she doesn't always want to do them. She's not interested, and so, well, there's no point in really trying. You can redirect, you can promote it, advocate it, and usually you have to find some point of, at least I do, find a point of agreement, and then work from there, right? And that's the magic secret, right? Finding a point of agreement, whether it's with my daughter or a family member or a prospect, or I'm at a meeting. I spoke to one of the speakers. There were 2 speakers today, and we got along like a house on fire. I'm going to have her speak in one of my mastermind videos for this group. She's so awesome, and I really want to send people her way. But she does organization. To my business group, my mastermind group, and to speak to, I have coming on 600 members almost, maybe 575, 576 or something like that. But I'm going to have her speak in a mastermind half an hour, where she will get to share some of her insights and principles to the rest of the group. And I would love her to help those guys in my hashtag KBB mastermind group. So now, in using what I'm talking about, right, using this principle of agreement and finding out what they will agree on, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, when someone wants to join my hashtag KBB mastermind group, I welcome them to the group, and I'll, they'll say thank you. And if they say thank you, then I say, what is it you're hoping to apply the knowledge business blueprint to? And they tell me. It's like an effortless conversation, right? I don't jump onto them and say, hi, hello. I like to get people organized. I like to help people establish their administrative paperwork on executive administrative, marketing, finance, production delivery, quality control, and business development. And it's really brilliant. It's fantastic. I don't do that. That would be awful. They would completely reject and probably leave the group after I accepted their invitation or their request to be a member, right? And it is so obvious what not to do, but still even I sometimes can make the mistake of getting into presenting what I have to offer when it's not quite the right time. And I deal with this all the time. I spent 5.5 years in business development for a marketing firm, and all the time would be meeting with people and establishing points of agreement all day long, every day. So I did this religiously, as it were. And I remember training somebody, and they were sort of, they went through a whole training program. It's not the way I would do it, but they went through a whole training program and were kind of presented with all of these leads to call and develop, and they just went to town, and I would see them. It was it was a similar process to the way I did it. I guess I managed to get through, but so much information. And I remember being, every time this happens, the person will ask me, well, is there something that's more like, can you give me some recommendations with regards to doing this? And I would always say the same thing. Look, don't worry about all the complexity. Don't worry about all of the voluminous information and support and tools that we can provide and help these guys. The key thing for you is to, when you call them, establish a point of agreement. You attended our webinar on getting real referrals. Or let's say they joined us on a webinar for seminar success, right? And then they'll be like, very often, happens so many times, sorry, who is it, what? And I would just say the name of the company. And what? And I'll say the name of the company. Oh yeah, you had a seminar, I think, the other day. I just said it, but they don't remember. It happens so many times. But they know who we are, and then suddenly they start telling me about the webinar, or telling me about where they know my boss from. He was legend in the finance industry. And I established a point of agreement. So this is the first and most important thing when it comes to developing prospects, business development. That's why I've talked to you guys a lot about having the different groups you're interested in, not focusing only on one activity, but develop each of the things that you're involved in, because there you have agreement. And when it naturally and organically goes to a point where they're interested in your business, you can tell them about it, but only enough information to match their level of interest, the degree to which you can establish agreement. If their information if their file tray is full, as it were, you can't add very much more. If their attention's on so many things, it's like a mother who's handling 5 kids. They don't have a room or attention. If your wife's, got so many things going on and the stresses and strains of everything, plus you've got a brand new business, there may not be room. But when you find a point of agreement in any activity, that's your entry point. And build and develop the relationship based on that point of agreement. And nothing else, nowhere else. I have trouble with this sometimes, even though this was a martial art to me in my old firm, and got me to the point where it was part of what got me to becoming a vice president of business development at that marketing firm. And but I share it with you now as a sort of lightsaber, a weapon, a powerful weapon, really a tool for you in your business development and in your relationship development. Find a point of agreement, the thing that they will agree to, not what you want them to agree to. It's not like I see some people who spoke, they quickly try to get you to agree to something that they can then riff on for their benefit, to pitch you. And it's so obvious, and if it's not, you just feel uncomfortable. You really want to find a point of agreement, something that the people that you're speaking to will agree on, and then build from there. All right, that's it from me. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.